back to STL TV Live. We're back with Mark Holland from Autumn's Child. We've just been listening to some of the music from your new CD, The Circle of Sound. And you're going to be debuting next Tuesday at the Sheldon Concert Hall, the CD in its entirety.
Right.
Yeah, so tell us more about the music. We were just talking about in the last segment, music from the 60s and 70s. It's primarily on the CD.
Yeah, what's different about the CD is that the music is all composed by other artists.
Okay.
So all of my other albums were original compositions.
Okay.
And some of the albums were solo flute recordings. Some were with my group Autumn's Child, which means the Native American flute with any kind of instrument. Some with the pianist Corey Edwards, more impressionistic, and some with a world percussionist in Scott Robinson. So I have all these different ways of presenting the native flute, but I wanted to do a kind of a tribute to this music that always influenced me, that I grew up with.
Okay.
And that's what this covers project's all about.
So tell us some of the pieces and describe them.
Well, there's everything from the piece that leads off the CD is Kashmir by Led Zeppelin, which is for a person who's playing Native American flute, I think every possible note that you can play on the native flute is achieved on that melody throughout that piece. A piece that is a fan favorite, Wichita Toe, which was created by American Indian jazz saxophonist named Jim Pepper, and made popular in the Midwest by a group called Brewer and Shipley. There's a Rolling Stones medley. There's a piece by Van Morrison, Moondance, which is popular. Eagles,
so it's
Hotel
truly
California.
the music of the 60s and 70s. So though your background is more classical in nature, this is the music that influenced you as you were growing up.
Yeah, because improvisation was where I was home.
Yeah.
And actually when I had to learn reading printed music and all of that, it was harder for me. A really good classical musician can read music really well, but have a harder time improvising.
Yeah.
I was like opposite. So the native flute is all about playing from the heart. And as I said earlier, turning myself inside out is what it's all about, to where you can really, try to communicate from within.
Right.
Yeah, when you play the flute.
Right. So the music that you've written on your own, that you've composed, does it have a Native American flavor to it? Is that something that you particularly are drawn to?
It does. It's again, it's that whole blending of sounds. So there's native influence, there's different world styles, and jazz and classical and folk elements. And
it all comes together. Yeah. Okay, so the Native American flute you mentioned in the last segment has had a resurgence of interest in the last 20 years or so.
Yeah.
And are you finding that there's students out there that are interested in migrating from the classical flute to the Native American like you did?
Yeah, there's lots of people, and of all ages. That's the beautiful thing. Some people just want to get the flute, learn it a little bit, and come home from work, and it's a stress reliever.
Right, just relax with their music.
But yeah, or some musicians who may play the silver flute or saxophone or something, they may just want to add it on as a secondary, thing for enjoyment to add to their arsenal, musical arsenal. So. And
you are able to. You are a full-time musician here in St. Louis, which it's not as unusual as it seems. We meet a lot of them here at STL TV. A lot of musicians like you who are making their living with music here in this town. What have been the challenges of doing that here in St. Louis?
With this music, I used to refer to it as like broccoli on a plate of food. It's really an acquired taste. So that's kind of hard, but the music of Autumn's Child is so, I guess, accessible to all walks of life. So all kinds of people can enjoy it. And to me, that's really important, that the music be accessible to everyone, so it's not just, because in and of itself, it's already kind of, specified. And, but I think that it kind of relates to everybody, because the strong melodies and rhythmic things that are happening, and the different instruments that are used, and all of the different musical genre influences and stuff. So. Right.
Well, we want to definitely make sure people know that they can see you live next Tuesday at the Sheldon on November 19th.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
In addition, where can we find your CD?
Well, the CD mainly on my website, which is autumnschild.com. Also at cdbaby.com.
Okay.
And that's the main things. And obviously when I'm performing live, they're always there at the concerts.
Absolutely. So go there and meet Mark and have him sign it, right?
Yeah, it'll be great. It's going to be a good time. Good concert.
It's going to be beautiful. It sounds great. So remember to mark your calendars for Mark Holland. The Autumn's Child CD release concert will be at the Sheldon Concert Hall on November 19th, next Tuesday. For ticket information, call 314-533-9900 or visit thesheldon.org. Stay tuned. Up next on the show is Sarah Castillo with the St. Louis Food Rescue.